You want to blow clouds like that, and you want to do it on cheap, and you want to find out what to do it with, well, tell you what, I'll tell you what, you need to stick around and find out. Here for RSG, and I've got another thing to show you, and I gave you a little preview when I held it up to the screen before, and that's the Eleaf Istick 100 watt, and I thought that it was an awesome thing for $50 between this and the batteries, because this cost me about $38.99 and the batteries cost me about $10. So let's say $50 and you've got a killer mod that does 100 watts. So let's delve into this thing a little bit. Alright, let's take a vape real quick. Quick little vape. Does the job, because right now we're rocking at 63 watts. Awesome. Awesome, giving the vapor off like you'd never believe, and it's powering this sub-tank mini clone that I'll put a link right up to right about here, as you see on this RSG Cloud TV. Oop, there we go. So RSG Cloud TV is going to maybe be a channel if this continues to keep getting big with the whole vaping side of things on my channel here, because who knows? But maybe it'll just stay on this channel. We don't know. But it's right now RSG Cloud TV time, as we see with the vape clouds above us. So anyways, let's get into this Eleaf Istick 100 watt. And that Istick 100 watt is a full metal construction going all the way around. Let's take off this tank as we're going with it. We got a fire button up here. We got your positive and negative for your temperature up and down. Not really actually temperature, it would be wattage up and down, and voltage, because this is a non-temperature control mod, but it does have a full metal construction. What's powering this 100 watt beast? It's gonna be two 18650s like you see right here, and I'll tell you what, you can pop out a battery just with that little tab, and you can see these little tabs inside. That's what's actually making the connection points. They started out actually a little rough. Let me tell you about that. Started out a little rough. Messed up the batteries a little bit on the tops. Maybe you could see that. It's a little crunched in, but as it's gotten worn in, it doesn't seem to do that so much. It easily puts the positive and negative symbols on there, as you can see right there. You got the positive and negative symbols to tell you which way the battery goes in, and then you throw it on, and these strong, powerful magnets, which you have 4 going on here on each side. Boom, there let's clip this on, and boom, it goes. It's really on there, and it's not sliding anywhere. And you see, it's not sliding at all. Love it. Love that. So we have our battery vent holes up at the top, going on both sides here. And then let's get to something a little more up close. Let's wipe a little bit of juice off of there. Let's get up a little close to that. And as we see those channels right there, that is for some airflow. And as you see, the channels on the airflow on the silver ring, I've got a little bit of a pet peeve with that, but we also have a copper loaded or brass loaded spring. I want to say it's copper spring loaded connection down there for 510 connection. This is a 510 thread, which it also comes with an ego adapter that goes into the 510 right in the box. It also comes in the box with a micro USB adapter. Now I don't have the box with me, but hey, there's a bunch of videos out there that you can see the box if the box is really that important. But the truth is, what I told you, it comes with an owner's manual, a USB cable, which is micro USB for the micro USB charging that this does right there, and the micro USB pass-through option that it could do. So when you're on that long road trip and you're sitting there going, man, I'm not going to make it with this battery all the way on this 4-hour road trip, boom, plug it in the car charger and you're good to vape and vape and vape some more. So that's an awesome thing, but it does not do firmware updates. So that tells me right there, this one's sticking at 100 watts and it's not doing no temperature control. It's staying right where it is. As far as the body, like I said, full metal construction everywhere, which leads to some scratching, as you see down on the bottom here. But on top, since this is a little separated away, guess what? It doesn't scratch when you turn the tank on and screw it on. But what I do notice is that my 510 adapter is turning, especially if you crank down on the tank. You know, you really want to make sure it's on there good. I'll find that it actually is turning, so I wonder if that's going to eventually go down, but for right now it's a little bit raised and I like that. So what are we going to go on to next? How do we turn this puppy off, because it's on right now? Well, you know what, if we hit fire, what happens? Oh, there's no atomizer. Oh, no atomizer on that, but we want to turn it off. So what are we going to do? 1 2 3 4 5, click, and it's off. Look at that. Hold the button. Doesn't do nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now listen to this click. Nice clicky. Clickety click, click, click. And then, now if you want to go up and down in wattage, oh, it's locked. That's right. So if you want to unlock it, you're going to hold these two buttons. Same way to lock it as you're going to unlock it. So unlocked and locked. There you go. Now what that allows you to do is actually fire it. I'll show you that a little later. But not have to worry about hitting these buttons, which I tend to do when it's not locked. So I like to lock it. Unlock. Now we go up and down in wattage. Now you see it doesn't round robin. It goes in 0.1 increments, but it flies through those numbers. But say that's still a little too slow for you. You know what you do? 1, 2, 3, click it into voltage mode. Throw that voltage down. Click it, 1, 2, 3, click it back into wattage mode. Look, you're at 5.2 watts. So you can go to the extremes. Click it back. Let's go to the top of the wattage. Oh yeah, we go to 10 volts. 1, 2, 3. And what do we get? We had 100 watts there. Or no, that's 5.2. What happened? 1, 2, 3. 10 volts, 1, 2, 3. It should actually move. I don't know why it's not doing that. Maybe it's not. I had a little trick before. I have to show you with the atomizer on it. So let's go up a little bit. 1, 2, 3. No. Wow. I can't believe it's not working. I feel bad that I'm trying to show you something that's not working. I'll show you that little trick that I got with the tank on there. I think that's what's causing it. We'll show you that a little later. With the tank on there, I found a little trick if you got to go from extreme high to low, depending on the tank that you're using. So, anyways, let's go on to some things about it. We have a really small screen, as we'll show here. The screen is really small. But you see, we have the ohms, we have the voltage, and we have the watts. So let's try something, right? 1, 2, 3, 2 volts. Let's go up. 4.8. 1, 2, 3. What happens? Ooh, 96 watts. See what I meant? You can jump to high, go back to low. It's a little trick. Maybe try it on some of your other mods if you've got it. Go 1, 2, 3, back. Look at that, 16.6 watts. It all depended on the tank. So let's go back. But first, let's show you some of the things. We have our battery, we have our voltage, we have our ohms, and we have our watts. When you swap over to volts, it shows the watts. Down in the corner, same place as it had the volts. So let's go back to wattage mode. Throw it back here, and let's take a vape. Might help if I actually, turn up the wattage to where we need it to be. So, like I said, it moves really quick and it gets done what's needed to. So let's take a quick vape at 65 watts. We'll do 64 watts. Oh yeah, that's right, chucking the vapor, and that's what this mod can definitely do for the low price for you, because I got the batteries and the mod for about $50, and that's what you need to definitely check out. So let's go into our pros and cons before we end this video. Let's go into the pros. I love the full body metal construction. The battery plate doesn't move at all. It's absolutely awesome. We have a huge fire button, and this body shape is absolutely great. Fits in the hand, awesome. Totally wraps around, no jagged edges whatsoever. Loving it. Can't go wrong with it. Having the lock feature and the buttons there are great. No problems at all. Rattle? Barely any. Coming from the bottom buttons when there is rattle. Plate on the back plate does not move, so you don't have to worry about knocking your battery cover off like I've heard with the X Cube. With the X Cube from Smoke, I think it is. But I hear that battery plate does not stay on that well. This one has no issues like that whatsoever. Now, let's go on to some more pros, which are going to be the pass-through and the USB charging. I think that's definitely a pro. The screen itself may be small, but it's very, very clear. I call that a pro. Even though it's small, it's that. Now, let's go into some cons, right? So, well, first we'll still stick with another pro, and that's the fact that they have a lot of air venting for if you have bottom air tanks that don't have these air controls, which is very rare anymore. I mean, you barely see them. I have a pro tank too that does it, but it's very rare anymore. Now, let's go into the cons. The cons I only really have is the fact that it doesn't have temperature control, but for the price it was amazing. But no temperature control, and another thing I'm noticing could be the batteries, but I don't think so. I think it's coming down to more the mod. So just a second ago, before when I was trying to film, when I was taking my takes throughout the video, and when I was making other ones of it, my battery went down to 0 and blinking from half battery. Then I popped the battery out like I did in this here to show you, and now I have half battery again, and I can still vape. So I think there's something going on defective with it. I can't exactly call it a con, but right at this moment it's a con. I have to contact the company because I don't think it's my batteries, because my batteries are obviously still holding the charge, but for some reason the device is actually getting confused. Maybe it is the batteries, but the device seems like it's getting confused. I want to try a little experiment where I kind of keep letting it go even with the empty battery symbol and see how long it'll let me vape for, because it does have the low voltage protection just in case the batteries are just running too low so it doesn't overheat them or explode them. So that's a plus there. That's another pro. It's got a lot of protection thrown into this thing, so you shouldn't have to worry when you're using this device. This is a great device. Now the question is, if I lost it, would I go out and buy another one? And I know Rip Tripper says that, but it's a great thing to go buy. If I did, if something were to happen to it, would be the better question. If something were to happen to it, would I go and buy it again? I would say right at this moment, I can't say I would or wouldn't. I'd have to look at what competitors are out there for the price around, see if I could get a reasonable temperature control mod that it does similar stuff. That is the only other thing I could possibly think. But as far as I know right now, for the price point, this is the best one I have used, and it really does its job, and it does its job good. And when I'm not having the battery issue, those batteries do last me a couple of days of good vaping time on this. So what I say is this is definitely a thumbs up in my book. And now I want to hear what you all have to say about this. So what you all have to say about it is what you need to do is comment down below in the video down there. Like I said, you can go up and look at my Subtank mini clone view video that I'm going to put right in the link right up there, and that'll tell you if you should go clone maybe on a tank. I don't suggest clone on a mod, but maybe you might go clone. This is a clone Subtank mini. Maybe you'll enjoy it. But leave some comments down below to ask some questions, and maybe tell me about your experience if you've ever had this mod before. So let's see about that. I want to thank you all for watching though, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope this is all informative for you on what is a good mod to buy for a low price that does a killer job. Let's take one last vape before we go. Thanks all for watching. This is RSG, and for those who like these videos and keep watching these videos, guess what? I'll see you next time. I want to thank you all for watching, and if you liked the video, please make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you dislike the video, please make sure that you tell me why in the comments down below. Feel free to comment, and also make sure you share this out to people so they can know about the awesome videos that I have for you. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at ReadySetGame87, and you can also watch me live at twitch.tv and hitbox.tv/ReadySetGame87. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.